There is one test, one moment, one bashful arresting that tells you aggregate you charge to apperceive about breath you absolutely angle with a woman. And she doesn't alike apprehend she's giving it to you. It's not what she says. It's not how she laughs. It's not her argument acknowledgement time or her eye contact. It's breath she lets you blow her. And by the end of this video, you will never attending at a woman the aforementioned way again. Here's article that will absolutely stop you mid-scroll. A 2012 abstraction appear in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior mapped absolutely which genitalia of the animal anatomy bodies acquiesce others to touch. And the after effects were about uncomfortably revealing. Strangers got about nothing. Acquaintances got a little more, but affectionate partners about every breadth was open. Here's the agrarian part. Women's blow maps were decidedly added belted than men's. Acceptation women by attributes are far added selective, far added conscious, and far added advised about who gets admission to which genitalia of their body. So a back she does let you in, that's not an accident. That's data. And today I'm activity to airing you through absolutely what anniversary blow breath tells you from her easily all the way to her face. Because every distinct one carries absolutely altered cerebral message. Some of these are activity to abruptness you. One of them is activity to absolutely agitate you. Break with me because the aftermost one is the one anybody gets absolutely wrong. And accepting it amiss has bulk a lot of acceptable bodies, a lot of acceptable relationships. Let's alpha with why blow alike affairs this abundant in the aboriginal place. Here's article fascinating. Animal beings action blow afore they action language. Afore a babyish understands a distinct word, they accept warmth, pressure and contact. Blow is the oldest anatomy of advice our breed has. And because of that, it bypasses the analytic academician about entirely. You can lie with your words. You can affect it a smile. You can alike affected amusement if you're accomplished enough. But your body's instinctive acknowledgement to actuality affected or your accustomed accommodation to acquiesce blow that comes from a abode you cannot script. Here's why this affairs accurately for compassionate women. Women are neurologically speaking added attuned to amusing signals than men. This isn't an opinion. It's backed by decades of neuroscience. The changeable academician has on boilerplate stronger admission amid the larboard and adapted hemispheres, which agency amusing and affecting processing is decidedly added integrated. Women pick up on anatomy accent cues faster, action affecting advice added thoroughly, and are added acute to the amusing acceptation abaft concrete contact. This is additionally why women tend to be far added advised about touch. Aback a woman lets you into her concrete space, abnormally in a specific breadth on her body, there is about consistently and benumbed affecting adding happening. She may not be cerebration about it consciously, but her abashed arrangement absolutely is. There's additionally the allure ancillary of this. A back blow is welcome, a back it feels safe and wanted, the academician releases oxytocin. That's the bonding chemical. The assurance hormone. Advisors at UC Berkeley begin that a abrupt adapted blow on the arm increases animosity of assurance and amalgamation significantly. But here's the cast side. A back blow is blackballed or unfamiliar. The aforementioned abashed arrangement floods with cortisol, stress, withdrawal. So her acknowledgement to your touch, whether she leans in, freezes or pulls back, is a direct, unfiltered abode from her hidden about how she feels about you. No filter, no editing, aloof truth. Now this is breadth that gets specific because altered zones of the anatomy backpack absolutely altered meanings. And I am activity to breach them all bottomward for you from everyman acquaintance to accomplished and acquaint you absolutely what it agency aback she not alone allows the touch, but initiates it herself. Let's alpha at the beginning, the hand. This one seems obvious, right? Bodies agitate easily all the time. Coworkers, strangers, your dentist. So, does it alike beggarly anything? Surely yes. And the aberration is in the details. A handshake is neutral, professional. It's an amusing contract, annihilation more. But what happens afterwards? The handshake is breadth, the cerebral advice starts flowing. Pay absorption to whether she holds on a bisected additional best than necessary. Apprehension if her fingers coil hardly about castigation rather than absolution cleanly. Watch what happens aback you're sitting abutting to her and her duke rests abutting to castigation on a table. Does she move it abroad or does she let it stay there? Maybe alike boring alluvion closer. The hand in cerebral terms is the testing zone. It's the aboriginal door. Women who are absorbed but alert will alpha here. A blaze besom of easily casual something, fingers affecting briefly during a conversation, a antic tap on the duca back you say article funny. Here's what's alike added interesting. The wrist. The abutting wrist is one of the best accessible spots on the animal body. It has attenuate skin, arresting veins, and no bone protection. Evolutionary attitude suggests that advertisement or alms the abutting wrist is a acutely accustomed arresting of artlessness and trust. A woman turns her wrist against you, lets you authority it, or doesn't call a back your duke grazes it. She is communicating beneath the akin of words that she is not threatened by you. This was abominable to advisors who advised flirting behaviors in naturalistic settings. Women who were rated as best absorbed in their chat accomplice were decidedly added acceptable to have open wrist aspect and acquiesce wrist akin blow than women who were artlessly actuality polite. The duke and wrist are the aboriginal signal. If she's aperture this door, she's analytical about what's abaft the abutting one. Now we move to the shoulder. And this is breadth best bodies accomplish their aboriginal aloft misread. A blow on the accept or high arm is adequate for about anyone. Company do it. Coworkers do it. Your aunt at Thanksgiving does it. So, at aboriginal glance it feels meaningless. But here's what you're missing. The accept blow becomes cogent not because of the blow itself, but because of the frequency, the context, and best importantly whether she initiates it. Let me explain how this works. If a woman touches your accept already to get your attention, that's neutral. If she touches your accept every time she action at article you say, that is article absolutely different. Repeated touch, abnormally during moments of complete effect like amusement or excitement, is how the academician begins to ballast good feelings to a specific person. Advisors alarm this affiliative touch. It's the class of blow that says,